Hello everyone, I'm Dan the Man, and I'm making this video real quickly to announce, as has been reported in several places, reliable news sites also, not the clickbait kind, so I have no reason to believe it's not true. Stargirl has been renewed for Season 2. There is some slightly bittersweet news, well, for some people anyway, and that's that the renewal will be exclusively to the CW. Season 2 will not be airing on both DC Universe and the CW, as it's been doing in Season 1. The first concern I have about this is if it's exclusively to the CW, I have a hard time believing they're going to be able to maintain the same budget that they had in Season 1, and very likely will cut the budget back some. This happened with Supergirl when it moved from CBS to the CW, and it did take a drop, at least production value-wise, in quality, and Supergirl on CBS did not have near the budget Stargirl did. So I am a little concerned that the production values will go down some, which ordinarily wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't bag on the Arrowverse production as much as some. It's television. Not everything is going to have a top-tier Netflix budget. But I do think part of the appeal to the Stargirl has been the almost, or really, literally just about cinematic quality of the show. So if they cut it back to even a Legends of Tomorrow budget, I do think that could be leaving it lacking somewhat. But at the same time, for things I'm about to talk about in a second, it's very unlikely that there would have been an alternative of having it air on both or having it air just on DC Universe. So I have a feeling if it weren't for this, we wouldn't get a Season 2, and that would be a very bad thing because this is a great show, and I love that we're getting a Season 2. I'm more than willing to give it a chance and see, and who knows, maybe the budget will be that big. I don't know. Stargirl has done real good for the CW this season. Part of that is probably because with the current situation, there's not a lot of competition, and there's literally nothing, well, except for Doom Patrol, for comic book and specifically DC fans to really get a new fix on, which I'm sure has helped it, but I do think this show would have done good anyway because it's an excellent show, and nearly everybody has been speaking highly of it. The thing this does bring up is what this means for DC Universe. I talked about this a little bit in some other videos, but in addition to Doom Patrol airing on both DC Universe and HBO Max, Harley Quinn's first 2 seasons are going to be on HBO Max. As far as I know, they're still also going to be on DC Universe, but when you add Doom Patrol, Harley Quinn, and now Stargirl are all going to be on other platforms, and in Stargirl's case, it's going to soon be exclusively on another platform, because they did also say, as far as I understand, that future seasons of Stargirl after this one will be on HBO Max after they aired, much like with Batwoman. As far as anything has been reporting, Stargirl won't have Season 2 on DC Universe even after it airs. So what does this mean for DC Universe? I honestly don't know. I'd like to be optimistic, and I do think a lot of people have been rooting for DC Universe to fail. I don't think DC Universe is going to go down completely. And as far as statements from Warner Brothers, DC Universe, and DC Comics themselves, DC Universe does have a future. What I think the future likely will be is few, if any, original shows, or maybe some will continue to be on other platforms and on DC Universe, but the writing does seem to be on the wall that they're going to phase it out, and with no announcements for new shows, and Bizarro TV and whatever would have come from DCU halted, if not canceled outright, due to the current conditions, it does seem like there will be few, if any, new programs, although I can only assume Titan Season 3 will eventually go on it. But just like the other shows, it may also soon be going to HBO Max or elsewhere to at least simultaneously be on there, if not moved outright. My guess is DC Universe will likely become more of a comics platform, or at least with more of an emphasis on comic books, likely to compete with Marvel Unlimited, which is kind of what I've always thought. Even if they got rid of the video content completely, I would think DC Universe as a comics platform would be something that they'd want to compete with Marvel Unlimited. A lot of rumors and talk is that they very well could keep video content on there, but it'll be the classic stuff like they have on there right now, sort of a boomerang format with maybe the occasional newer movie or newer TV show archived, but mostly an emphasis on classic stuff is sort of more bang for your buck to the comic book service. I'm hoping that's the way they're going. I mean, I'd rather it stays the way it is, but the writing's on the wall. I don't think we're going to get many, if any, new DC Universe originals, and likely whatever we do get will also be on something else. That just seems like a given, at least for the immediate future and possibly for the future period. But I do think that having a comics platform with video on there would definitely be a good step for DC Universe versus shuttering it completely, which does seem, despite some naysayers who just wanted to go down so they could say I told you so, like the route they're likely going. Although I say that knowing I could be proven wrong, and we could get an announcement sometime in the future that DC Universe is just going to shut down outright. But I don't think, and I hope that won't happen. I'm cautiously optimistic that the service is going to survive. I just think their original series may not be what we're used to, which would be unfortunate, but we'll still get that same quality program elsewhere, and it looks like nearly everything will be renewed or has a good chance of being renewed, and I've certainly heard worse news. And that's pretty much what I wanted to cover with this video. I will be doing a review of Shiv Part 2, the latest episode of Stargirl to come out. I just wanted to get the Season 2 news out as quickly as I could for anyone who hasn't already heard. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I'm Dan the Man, and I'll see you next time.